Welcome. So I'm wearing this hat today, which you can almost see in the video because we've got good news coming out of the door, and that good news is that our bonus builder is almost working. At least it worked like 2 tries ago, but I want to show you where we are with that. I want to show you how far we've come, and we're gonna hopefully finish our bonus factory today. And then I want to start adding emails into that as well, because again, I'm noticing how much of a friction point that is for me if I really want to double my business. So let's look through the numbers very quickly. Again, they were a bit higher when I set up this live, but now they're back to 116,973.09. I think it's missing some sales, so you don't see the actual number, which I know to be higher than this. Let me just move this around. Okay, so that being said, let's go ahead and look at where we are so far. So I think we've got a process running at the moment. And here's the thing, let me show you this. We started earlier today. I was cheating. I was working on this even when I was not supposed to. But earlier today I was running this because it takes like 20-25 minutes to run now. So I almost have to let it run so that I can come back to it and look at the output. And it did give us some output. It did give us some bonuses that we could use. There were only 2 though. I wanted like 5, but there were 2 bonuses. So I went back to it and I told it like, hey, you got to fix a few things. And it messed up a few other things. And so far today, ChatGPT responses have been a bit slow. I have switched to Claude, and I want to show you what that looks like right now. So here, I'll show you what output we get. So let me just refresh this a couple of times. Let's go back to output, cohort here. There's nothing to show here for today, unfortunately. I deleted the old folders, and then I basically keep on like changing it so I can look at this. But we've got these, and there are 5 bonuses in here, but the problem is as soon as I try and open one of them, you can see like all the HTML stuff is missing. So all this is like basically the spec laid out, and it's not properly done. So all of them are like that, unfortunately. And as you can see, we have errors. So we're gonna go back to Claude and complain. I have moved to Claude basically now. So I am talking to Claude and I'm saying, hey, help me fix this up. So 1 second, that was the emails. Let's go back in here, and we're going to ask Claude right now to essentially fix this for us. So this is what we got, and I think it got a bit better, but then this is the output that we received, which I don't like. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to first zip this file. So let's go ahead and zip this, and I'm going to attach it here. And then I'm going to go ahead and also paste this, all of this. So this is what I now get. Previously, this was working fine, and I was able to I just realized you might not be seeing the full screen, so let me just see if I can quickly shuffle these around. Reverse views. There you go. Now you should see it. Okay. Get some HTML build outs in the output folder, but now have a look at the folder, the work folder, and see what I'm getting. It has HTML files, but they're not really rendering properly. They just look like text files. So have a look at everything again, and the error log as well, and see what you can fix here. So I've often found, as an experiment I was doing last week with YouTube Chrome extension, it is much easier to essentially guide Claude if you know what you're doing. And this is where, while it's doing its thing, I want to talk about software with you, because there's a misconception with wipe coding, especially right now. Everyone thinks that wipe coding is just so easy. You tell you tell Claude, you tell ChatGPT what you want, and it's going to give it to you. And I want to kind of draw out for you what this actually looks like. And actually, let me just do one thing before I forget. 1 second. Give me just 1 second. I think I have to share something with my team as well. Okay, so it's doing its thing, it's compacting its conversation as well. So what I'm actually going to do with Claude is I'm going to go back and restart a new thread on Claude. But the point I'm trying to make is that wipe coding is not linear. Let me explain this in the context of when you're trying to build something. And this is a mistake a lot of people inadvertently make, because they think that just because they have an idea, AI can create it for them. So let me map it for you so you see exactly what that looks like. So let's go ahead. Okay, typically this is you with an idea. So you've got, you know, basically a light bulb moment and you're like, cool, I have an idea. And this is where you are right now. Okay. And this is the end product. This is basically the end product that's fully done. And with a bit of a bow on top, it looks amazing. It's ready to go, ship out and sell, and it's going to make you money. So here's what's happened. This is, let's say, you know, the path from start to finish. And a lot of people think that it's going to be a simple case of just going from here to here, like especially with wipe coding. So it used to be that it takes you like this kind of process typically. Like it would take you this, you know, you make mistakes, you fix, you make mistakes, you fix, you make mistakes, you fix. You keep doing that, you keep doing that, you keep doing that, and eventually like you get there. This is the old way. What does the wipe coding way look like? Everyone has an expectation that they'll basically go like this, and they're done. Like 2 or 3 prompts and you're good to go, and it's all finished. But in reality, and this is important, in reality, what that ends up looking like for you when you are building with wipe coding is a little bit like this. So you make massive progress in the first go. Like you just go from an idea into something that looks visibly coherent. You do that and you're like, this is fantastic. This is the life that I want to lead every single day. Wake up every morning, create new ideas. That's what I want to do. But then when you want to make the subsequent changes, it's iterative, right? So let's say you move 50% of the way to get there. Next time you move, it's like 75%. You know, you get to 75%, you get halfway there. But then you realize, okay, no, something is actually wrong. So you got to go back. You're back to about 62.5%. And then you try again. And then you get there. You're like, nope, not quite there, go back again. Try again, nope, not quite there, go back again. Try again, not quite there, go back again. Not quite there, go back again. Now, don't get me wrong. This is still pretty good for, you know, compared to someone who can't code. Like you can get much further than you could in the past. But the challenge still remains that you are not going to make dynamic progress as you think. So you're not going to make like massive progress with every single move that you're making. What you are going to do is you're going to make progress. You're going to be like, I got to fix something. And Claude can make mistakes too. ChatGPT can make mistakes too. As I showed you this morning, I had a version that was working. It gave me something. There was a problem. And now it's gone back a few steps. And I keep telling Claude like, hey, can you go back and like refer back to this? But it's still making mistakes on that. So with development as well, like never assume that you're suddenly going to make massive swings and you're going to do amazing production level software with just a few prompts. It's still going to be a bit of back and forth. There's still going to be a lot of negotiation, begging, anger, all those different feelings that you feel when you go through sort of, I think it's like 5 stages of grief. That's what you're going to feel when you're working on software, but it is going to get you there. So let's look at this and what this looks like. I see the issue, the build agent generate content, the 4 or 5 specs with the JSON merging is failing. Let me check what's in the work directory. So it's looking through that right now. It's still fixing it. This is now taking some time, isn't it? And this is where the time suck kind of goes. You just have to wait for it to finish what it is doing. So I'll let it finish. In the meantime, I want to continue on this path. I want to sort of continue building this out. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to give it one of the previous files that we have. Okay. And then I'm going to tell it, 1 second. I think, 1 second, let me just share this with my team so they can kind of be here as well. 1 second. Okay, he's doing that. So I'm gonna, now I wanna work on the emails next. Remember, I told you that I wanna work on emails too, but because this process is taking too long, I kind of wanna start the email process already so we can start integrating it into the next run and we can start using it as well. So, but the problem is, you know, these are 2 sets of files, one in Claude that is being edited right now, and then I don't want to edit the same old folder in ChatGPT because then I'm going to have problems merging. So I'm going to now just create a prompt that I can paste into Claude next time. Okay, so let's work with ChatGPT right now. So let's do this. So this is the Bonus Factory software that we've been working on. I have made some progress on it, and this is what it looks like. You can review it. The next thing I want to add into it as well is the ability for it to generate emails for me. Emails that take the bonuses into account, email that takes the objections that people might have into account, and basically emails that are crafted to get the click and the sale. So I want you to think of the best kind of emails that we can create. I want you to every single time give me 7 emails, 2 pre-sale emails. They should ideally pre-sell the idea, the concept, work on the pain, double down on that. They should pre-sell the bonuses. Sometimes if the bonus is really good, even advertising it as a new software that I built for them, because sometimes that is what we are building. But essentially I want 2 pre-sale emails that get people hyped up about what's coming down the pipeline. Then I want you to create 1 live email that basically sells the offer with some urgency because there's limited number of bonus copies available. Then I want you to write subsequently 4 more emails that continue to explain the offer, justify why it should be purchased in different ways, talks about the bonuses, as well as in the end, last couple of emails, it could build some urgency. I don't have right now an architecture of the emails that I want to build, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a sample of emails that I typically send and that have worked well for me. I want you to understand those structure. I don't need you to create the emails just yet, but I want you to create for me a prompt that I can feed into Claude that would allow it to basically create out those written emails for me, as well as make them unique every time. Like, I don't want my customers to get fatigued when they read these emails. So I'm going to attach samples of my past emails. I'm also going to attach a list of spammy words that should be avoided in those emails. Please do that because that will allow me to get clean versions of emails quickly. So let's see like how all this pans out. I have no idea if ChatGPT is going to give me a prompt that's going to work out right, but we're gonna have ChatGPT run this. So I'm going to go ahead and find some of the find some of the spam words here that I can upload, and I can say avoid these ones. 1 second. Yep, I got those. Avoid spam words. Okay, then I'm going to put in some examples of the emails that I have done. So let me just think. I could of course go into my email account and find something from there, which I'm going to do. So give me 1 second and I'm going to find those emails. And some of the stuff I have to unfortunately like do away from the screen because those are sometimes there's like customer details in there, which obviously I do not want to release. So give me 1 second and I'll find it. And we'll see where Claude is at right now as well. Okay, Claude is basically still working. Wow, that's a lot of issue. Okay. So I think I should probably take the hat off. Yeah, I should. I have it, but I thought it was like working and that's why I put it on, but then I tried it again and it wasn't working. So it's a bit annoying, as you can imagine. So let's go ahead and copy some of the emails. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm just now basically looking into autoresponder, picking some random emails that have had good clicks and such, and I'm just pasting them here. So hopefully it's going to see the verbiage that I use, it's going to see how I talk to my customers, and it's going to utilize that as it's building out subsequent emails for me. So give me 1 second. Some of these are really old emails. I'm looking at them and they're from like 2023. So I want to find something that is from 2025 as well. And for now, again, all I'm asking it is to create rules that I can paste into somewhere else. And that's going to allow me to just get good outcomes. 1 second, still waiting for some recent emails that I have. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's see what it does. And essentially now we are hoping for it to create a rule book and tell Claude exactly how to create that email module, but we're gonna go check this out. And Claude is still doing this, and to be honest, after this is done, we're going to go ahead and create a new folder, a new chat, because I think this one's getting a bit tired. So this is something you should know about Claude as well. I've heard this from numerous people, but the longer your window gets on Claude, the slower it gets and more out of context it gets. So I think it's a good idea every day, if you have a continuing project, you just ask Claude at the end, okay, I want to start a new thread, a new window, basically tell me everything I need to know so I can paste it over to another chat and start there. And then it's going to give you that information, and you can go ahead and copy and paste it into new place and start. So that's what we're going to do. Let's look at what this looks like. Okay, an expert direct response email copyright and deliverability very marketer, blah, blah, blah. Primary goal, do this. Important, do not copy phrases. So this is all the instructions about kind of what it's going to do, which is fine. But remember, this is just the email writing part, right? I want it to be included, integrated into the software as well. So how do we do that? Let's see. No, wait, I will paste email samples offer info. Okay, so this is wrong. This is wrong. Because now it's saying, okay, I'm gonna paste all this for you. I don't want that. I'm not gonna be able to produce that in, because I want this to be hands off. Okay, so I'm gonna go tell it, okay, this is fine, but you're not quite getting what I'm asking for. So the prompt is fine to produce the emails, and we can give it to Claude. That is perfectly fine. But remember, I want you to think about what changes Claude should make in Bonus Factory to, alongside creating bonuses, also create the email swipes for me. So I want you to combine this prompt that you have created with instructions on how to integrate this inside of Bonus Factory so it creates those 7 emails for me. Remember, Bonus Factory should already have all this information that you're asking me to give, because I share a lot of contextual information with Bonus Factory. I'm gonna link you to the PRD so you're aware of that as well. I do not want to have to add anything to it. This should all be contextual based on the information that Bonus Factory will already have about the product that it's going to be creating bonuses for. Again, might have been easier if I just kind of go to Claude and say, hey, let's now create an email module. But I think for now, I'm just going to stick with it. Let me just see if I can find the PRD for this. I can't wait for Claude Cowork for Windows, because I would like it to clean up my mess. Okay, let's go back here. It's still working. It is taking a bit long. It is taking a bit long, but let's see. Has it stopped? 1 second. Did I press something to stop it? I don't know. 1 second. Again, this is what I dislike about Claude. This is where I feel it's been lacking a little bit recently. Which is, again, goes back to the point, and I think Kristen would agree as well. Kristen, I was giving an example earlier how, a lot of people have this expectation that basically when they're wipe coding, they're going to make one massive leap and another massive leap and they're done. But what it is like wipe coding will let you get 50% of the way there with the first run. But then, when you try the second run, you'll realize, okay, I've made some mistakes. You're going to go back a bit, fix it. You're going to go back a bit, fix it, go back a bit, fix it. And it becomes an iterative process. So it takes you, instead of like 2 turns, it'll take you 10 turns to get there where you want to get. And that is just normal part of software development. And I think it reflects more so in wipe coding. So, yeah. Okay, so now it's still building this out, and we're going to see if this is kind of done. Yeah. New output class basically is what it's saying. Add a second customer-facing deliverable type, launch communication assets, where it fits this new insertion point after this, new agents to add messaging intelligence agent. This agent does not write emails, it extracts and labels. Okay, so that's the extraction agent. And then email architecture agent is a separate one. Define the 7 email campaign structure without writing copy, an email generation agent. This is where the prompt you approved is used, but crucially, Claude never receives raw instructions from the user. It receives compiled information. Okay. So this is good. Okay, so I'm still a bit confused because I don't know how I'm now supposed to feed in this prompt, this one, for actual email generation. So yeah, exactly. So Christian says about development as well, that is perfect for a simple MVP. Will take more than that will take weeks to get it right, which is true, which is kind of what we are doing. And again, yesterday it took me about 4 or 5 different runs to get where we are now, which again, at some point I had an output, but it was like 2 out of 5. I'm looking for 5 out of 5. So it takes just a time to perfect it. And again, remember, after that I've had 2 runs and it's only gone backwards. It hasn't gone forward. At least visually it's gone backwards. So there's that as well. Okay, so can you give me one massive composite instruction chain that I can feed into Claude so that it could build out the message intelligence agent, the email architecture agent, but also it can actually do the email generation as well. And for that, of course, we're going to have to explain to it what kind of emails it's creating, what prompts and all. So could you help me give like one composite prompt? Let's see what it does. Found it. Okay, I think now it's getting ready to fix it. So let's see. And again, by the way, this one takes like 20-25 minutes. So even if we run this, it's likely that we will not have like a full output. So let's see. Downloads. Okay, now I've hit my usage limit as well. So I think this might be the last sort of, because I don't want to pay extra right now, because I've been using Claude a little bit today. So 100% use. Yeah, I think we're going to pause now. Yeah, I'm going to stop this as well. I don't want it to do extra usage. Okay, so let's go back to this and let's see if this works or not. If it does not, that's okay. But if it does, then that's a good thing, and we can continue moving on. But again, next time we want to start a new thread with everything. Okay, bonus factory v2. It's like v221 now, pretty sure. Give me a second. There we go. I'm just going to go ahead and put in the env file, which has the LLM code. Okay, that's done. Let's go back into this thing and we're going to try it out. And again, like Kristen had told me, pretty good hack with OpenAI and stuff yesterday. We're running an IDE, but now we are going to use this directly. So let's try this. Okay, now it's doing its thing, which is good. Let's look into outputs. There is work folder now here. As you can see, time is 6:24:53, which is about now. It's able to fetch the details, source unified, so that's good. Let's go back, look at ChatGPT. Okay, you are Claude acting as a senior AI systems engineer and LLM prompt architect. Your job is to implement an email swipe extension, blah, blah, blah. So that's good. It's going to build out everything, constraints non-negotiable, your task, design these agents, agent prompts and schemas, agent 3, like, okay, this is what you need to know. Okay, honestly, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. But of course, we don't have anything yet because we're going to have to wait on Claude to reset, which is now 36 minutes away. I refuse to pay more. Okay. Intake. Let's look at this file. So Cohortia is an AI-powered community building platform. Core mechanisms, promises, likely gaps, audience psych, constraints, bonus opportunities, Cohortia Pro onboarding and license setup guide, commercial and reseller clarity pack, license management. I mean, basic stuff, but amplified with. So again, it's like amplified, enhanced gaps. So that's what it's looking to fill. And once it had some ideas, that would be good as well. But again, we've seen this story basically play out a few times. But next up, this is what we're going to have to do. Having a long thread will increase the token usage per each new message because the AI will have to send the previous messages and put tokens and will exceed the limit faster or cost more. I did not know that actually takes more tokens. I knew that it kind of slows down, and but I didn't know about token usage, so that is interesting. Let's see. Let's see. For now, though, I think we're done with Claude for the time being. And we can, of course, take the same thing into ChatGPT and improve it. Like, should we try it? Should we try seeing if ChatGPT can improve it? Let's try. I mean, what's the worst? Worst case, ChatGPT says, oh, I suck at it. But maybe then we can also run like 2 processes in parallel. Okay, so this is actually the latest bonus factory V2. Instead of going over to Claude, can you take a stab at improving this by running the prompt that we were going to give to Claude? Please give me an output zip file, ideally, that I can extract and run to see what the emails look like. Okay, let's see. Again, I haven't tried uploading a zip file to, I think I've tried like uploading micro apps, HTMLs to ChatGPT and asking it to improve it, but I've never tried that with zip files. So let's see what it does. And I think I want to take this off now because nothing to be too excited about if it's failing. But hey, still pretty good, and we are past our monthly goal for revenue, so that is always a good thing. You can see this is still running in the background, so we don't have anything to show for this just yet. I mean, we have objections, which is always good. I really, really like it. I think this is one of the cool things that has come out of this for me is like, it's able to automatically classify. I think I can do a better job at that as well with NLP, is like work out basically how, what might stop customers from buying. So that is really, really good. Got it. Go ahead, Kristen. Yeah, I think in the future we will really I might restrict myself to like 5 runs per thread and then start again. So, yeah. Okay. In the meantime, we'll switch back to ChatGPT, see if ChatGPT gets us somewhere. And of course, we have this running right now. So it looks like the ideas might be ready. Let's look at ideas. And again, like they're probably the same. Activation sprint, blueprint, 7-day onboarding. Then we have ROI calculator and results kit. Can I increase the size of this just to make it easier to read? I know. Okay. ROI calculation and results kit, niche ready playbooks, 12 starter templates, really good idea. GDPR and compliance quick start, it's okay. AI content quality prompts library, really, really good. Reseller starter kit, it's okay if you want to buy that bonus. Monetization path planner, I like this kind of stuff. Domain mapping quick start, don't care. Privacy and data residency toolkit, support response accelerator, nope, don't care. So some of them are okay, some of them not so much. Cohortia license clarity map, which is kind of just good to know. First week content calendar builder, I really like this. So let's see what the judge basically came up with as the top 5 ideas. Activation sprint blueprint, yeah, that's a good one. ROI calculator results kit, Niche ready playbook, good one. Domain mapping quick start, nope. Monetization path planner, nope. So, you know, sometimes it's not going to, well, monetization path planner is good. Sometimes not going to get the ideas that you want, but then you can always take the idea and go back into ChatGPT or Claude and say, expand this and turn it into something new. And it will do that for you. So that's okay as well. So now it's doing the specs of all of those things. Fine, let's see what ChatGPT is giving us, if anything. Nothing so far. It's still understanding everything. And again, it seems to me like ChatGPT is a little bit slower, or you don't see as much visually happening here, but that's okay. You know, we want it to do its best. If it turns out that that's actually pretty good, that would be fantastic. But we can wait and figure that out, so no worries. And by the way, all this is still not costing me a lot. I did wonder about my fees, like what I'm paying in OpenAI fees, because this is all running, remember, on GPT-5 Nano. And let me just show you this as well. So if I go to usage, 1 second. And this is also like the same key I'm using for voice to text that I'm doing all the time. But this is like 3 cents so far, 12 cents yesterday. Not very expensive. Like this is my month, you know, in all my projects across OpenAI, I spend like $2. 145, yeah, it's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, I ran the same 7 email logic against your Bonus Factory V2 context. Generated blah, 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 because the extract artifacts did not include a final JV checkout URL. The emails use a placeholder token offer link. Oh yeah, okay. So it's saying basically the emails are, you're gonna have to kind of do them yourself. But what is this? I don't think this looks correct. Has it actually written the emails for me? So it's actually like written emails for me based on Cohortia. Subject: community stalled for one simple reason. Most people never reach steady engagement. Hey, if you're ever tired to start a community, do you know that moment that hurts? Day one excitement, blah, blah. It's a pretty good email. It's a really good email. I don't see like the offer link here, but this is not what I wanted. I think ChatGPT misunderstood. I didn't want it to create the emails, I wanted to improve the software. Yeah, it's just given me output instead. It's a sample 7 email swipe pack. Okay, now I gotta go back and tell it again to fix it. Okay, so the emails look really good, but I didn't upload the zip file to you so that you could actually give me the emails. Instead, what I want you to do is I want you to improve the product, which is Bonus Factory, to automatically include email generation in the future for any campaign that I'm running. So could you go back and actually create new Python files or whatever you have to do, create the new agents inside Bonus Factory V2 so that those agents are able to give me the emails that I need at runtime. Do not give me any output yourself, which is emails. Instead, give me the output zip file that has the updated code that I need to create output on demand on my local computer. Honestly, it might get it wrong completely, but that's okay. We'll see how that goes. But again, at least they're not throttling me with usage. Let's see where this is at. Okay, good. So it's like, okay, I've done one spec for you. Let's go look at it right now, and I hope it works, because this is a problem that I was facing in the last couple of runs, where essentially it had stopped working. I think I don't have the specs available yet because it's not ready for me to use, but let me go back. This is the latest one, 624, yeah. Let's go back into outputs. Cohortia is empty, but work folder is getting filled up. But now I think we have 2 outputs already. Activation Sprint Builder, which again, we will see once it kind of like starts packaging them. So it's not packaging them yet, it's just still working out to build it. That's okay. And one other thing as well is like the challenge I faced, the prompt is good, clear, it may get it. Yeah, I hope it gets it this time, Kristen. But one challenge I face with avoiding words as well is that Gemini, for example, it has a RAG model. RAG, I don't even know what that means, but I know it's it's like, yeah, retrieval augmented generation, right? So I'm going to explain that using some visual for you as well, so this makes sense. Give me 1 second. Okay, so essentially the challenge with ChatGPT and Claude both is that when you give it a list of like 100 keywords and say, okay, make sure that your output does not contain these 100 keywords, it's not very good at it. Like, you can still get it wrong because it just, when it's, you know, looking for one keyword, it may forget the previous one. But then you've got Gemini. Gemini is supposed to be exceptionally good at it. We're using it internally with, so we have Mailview, so let me just show you. Within Mailview, if I go to our email writer, I don't run Mailview, my business partner does, but honestly, it's really, really good. And just going to wait for that to load up. Let me just see. Claude is doing its thing. This is doing its thing. Okay, but basically we had made an N8N automation, right, which takes in an email and then one by one, like, removes all the old bad words, goes back in, checks again, removes it again, goes back in, checks it again. It costs every time, but that's how RAG engines work. And Gemini is really good at that. Like, they've released it, I think, using API as well. I have to fully test it. I haven't fully tested it, but what that means essentially is that now we're able to better remove spammy words from emails, thanks to Google. But it's something I haven't played with using API. I've only looked at it from a very high level point of view. So yeah. There you go, it's building it out. And I'm still, don't know what's up with this. 1 second. And let's see where this is at. So now it's still producing the 4th thing, and I don't think I have any visibility yet in it. So that's fine. I don't know what's up with that. 1 second. Yeah, like I'm in the process of writing this email, so I think while we wait for that to do its thing, we're just gonna write this email. So I was sending it out earlier. I'm gonna change up some links as well. Give me 1 second. I mean, if you're waiting with me, might as well wait while this gets done. So I'm using a link shortener now to create a link for me. Okay, still doing its thing. Still doing its thing. This is now working on the 5th spec, and honestly, this looks pretty good. Like, it's not just doing the spec, it's doing the build now. I can't see it yet, but I will soon. Cool, sounds good, Kristen. Kristen says, I will give you access to my RAG API system when it is ready for production. I think Kristen has shared with me more than even my own team has, which is a bit annoying. But thank you, Kristen, I appreciate that very much. Okay, let's just do this one. I'll go back to this email and I'm going to just change up a few things. Okay, and then grab this link as well. One thing I will say is, like, it's become a bit annoying is trying to clean up emails for spam, because some of them, the words just lose their meaning after a while. Like, I can't use the word bonuses. I can't say the word value. I can't, of course, use the word investment. I mean, I can, but it's just not going to inbox as well. So it's a bit annoying. Okay, let's just preview this, make sure links work. ChatGPT is done. Start for 5 minutes. This is failed to build spec 5. This happens. It's not the first time where LLM has returned a very short response of 0 characters, completed with 1 error. Live artifacts exist now. Okay, let's go check it out. Again, they're live artifacts, but they're not, done yet, as you can see fully. So these are docs. This is the error. I hope the other 4 are done. Yes, it is done. Let's look at it. Okay, this is pretty good. I don't know how well this works, but should we try this? Try example data. And I think we need the OpenAI key. Just give me 1 second and I'll make sure I do not, like a dum-dum, reel my key. So last thing I want is for you to enjoy OpenAI on my dime. Okay, all right. Okay, generate plan. I did save API key, but like, look, there's no feedback here. I would like to see some feedback here. Because I don't know if it is working or not. Right? So again, I have to tell this to the app. Niche ready playbooks. So let's zoom in a bit. Again, I'm gonna go away from the screen for a second, save, done. Now I can actually see this. I couldn't see in the other one. So this one, I don't know, it doesn't exist. Like okay, there you go. It's all empty, but there you go. Okay, let me just try this one more time. Yeah, again, there's an issue with this one, so it doesn't work properly. But let me just show you this one. Try example data, yoga and wellness, template library, generate with AI, and I'm going to wait for it to be done. Okay. We'll look for what comes out. And the cool thing is this, right? So let's say if this one doesn't, like, it doesn't work, like something is wrong with it. I can literally, let's try this out right now, okay? I'll circle back to this in just a second, but let's open up another chat, and I'm going to go back to ChatGPT. I'm going to drag and drop this one and say this. So I've created this micro HTML app, but for some reason it's not working. When I save the OpenAI key, it looks like the OpenAI key vanishes, and when I produce the output, I get this outcome, which obviously is not correct. Can you just review this file, tell me if something is wrong? If so, can you fix it so it works? I can also ask it to include a logo that I didn't do before. After too much cleaning, it may inbox but not convert. Yeah, exactly, Kristen, about the emails. Like, I keep telling that to Stephen, but Stephen's quite strict about it. So let's see. So I'm going to copy this over and share that as well. And I'm going to just ask it to review and fix it, right? So all I have to do now, after about 20-25 minutes when it's done, is go back and review it. If something looks wrong, basically fix it. And look, it's still attempting to fix all this stuff. Okay, so ChatGPT has done this. It's added 5 new agents, updated pipeline, updated this, added default. Honestly, this looks pretty damn good to me. I don't know if it works yet, but it looks pretty damn good to me. Okay. I don't know, like we will try it. I don't know if we have time enough today to kind of see it in action, but we will try it. Just want to see if all these links work fine. Give me a second, then I can at least schedule this email out. Nope. Yeah, so some of the links don't work fine. This is why, kids, it's always good to check your emails before they go out. What the hell? Okay, but anyway, we have this bonus factory with emails, and we can try that next. Let's see where this is at. This is still running. Okay, I'm going to save and continue this. I'm going to get out of this for now. It's the weirdest thing ever. Oh, there you go. I think I know what I did here wrong. I didn't put HTTPS. And this one, not sure. Is it not working? Okay, that works now. Yeah. Okay, this is good. I'm going to preview, continue. I'm going to preview this one more time. Check all 3 links. 1, 2, 3. They all work. Close. Save and continue. I'm just going to send this out because otherwise I know I'll forget. Give me 1 second. Yes, okay, I've got a cool idea. Google rankings are useless. That's gotta raise a few eyebrows, so that's good. Okay, that's done. So, okay, back to this HTML app. Look, it's still debugging it. That's fine. We'll let it kind of look at it, and it's still going for a while. I don't really mind. Like this is the kind of stuff that can run in parallel as you're building stuff out. But this is done. I'm just going to see if I can quickly run it. So let's extract this. Okay, for some reason all these folders are missing env file, but that's okay. I can just copy and paste it. And then let's work. This is still doing fast path failed. Okay, I'm going to start another one. Another session. There we go. Let's try this. And then, because I'm not a coder, I don't remember exact statements. And then we're going to copy and paste this. Here we go. Okay, so now it started, and this is the with emails. Let's go into outputs. There's a work directory now, and we have entry from now 649. It's building this out again, but we want to see what kind of emails it produces. And I'm okay even if the emails are in a text file, easy to copy and paste. I don't really mind. If you are wondering about the quality of emails, and actually let's look at the quality of emails that we got previously. So let's go back to downloads, and you remember that it had made these emails, right? I'm just going to check a couple of those emails just to show you. Okay. Oops, not this one. Let's go to Mailometer where we check spamminess of an email. It's pretty good. It's not great, like it's still leaving some words in there, but you know, this is good. And actually this is how I talk, more soon. Let's do another one. Okay. Yeah, it's good, but I think it's kind of missing more information about bonuses, missing like hype, sort of a little bit. So I think the emails are good, but they're leaving a lot of work for the sales page to do. What I could do, I could put images here of the products, right? So I think that would work as well. So back to this, let's look at the old run that's happening still. It's trying, but it's failing. We'll see. Let's look at the new run. Okay, new run has the intake. Let's go check what the folder looks like, if it is working or not. Intake is there. So again, that pipeline is working perfectly fine. So I think that should be okay. But again, I'll bring you back tomorrow and show you where we are with that. hopefully by then we've kind of worked out emails as well, and then we can start building out the UI that's going to make it like brain that easy for me. But I don't think we're still done. I think it will still take a few runs to finesse out the bonuses that we are creating, the emails that we're creating, but that's okay. That's what I said, like, again, going back to this over here. This is what it's all about. It's the small iterations that kind of get you there, because you're going to get there like 90% eventually by yourself with AI, but a lot of the things you're going to have to manually work on it and fix it. Got it. That makes sense. Thank you, Kristen. Kristen tells me, because he knows so much, he says environment is ignored in most AI solutions since it has secret credentials, and if the AI does training on them, it is bad idea. Okay, cool. So I think we're all good for now. As you can see now, runs are taking quite a while. They're taking like half an hour even, but that's okay. If it runs half an hour hands-free for me, where it has bonuses, honestly, if I gave it to a team member, it would take them like a week to code something without AI. So I'm saving a week's, I'm compressing a week's worth of work into half an hour. And like I said, I can ignore some bonuses, I can accept some. And the cool thing as well is that if I don't want certain things, I can actually build like more check-ins with AI. I can say, hey, check in with me before you start building, because maybe I had a better idea than them. Maybe I thought, hey, out of the 15 bonuses that you have, these ones are really good, even though you think they're bad. And again, this is where I need to go back and teach the AI agent, to teach the judge basically to judge better, because now it's kind of giving everything a 100 score, which is stupid. That just can't be. So I have to go and work on it some more as well. So yeah, like Kristen said, this is a multi-week project, but now it's something that can just slowly improve behind the scenes. Now the core of the work is done, and clearly it's giving me usable output. Let me go where it is. Usable output right here. Is it this one? Yeah, no. 1 second. I have so many folders with the same names. Okay, 1 second. Where is the output? See, I had an output, but now it's just freaking gone. I gotta talk to it about that. Because yeah, you know, it kind of produces the work directories and the working outputs, but suddenly it vanishes. Suddenly it's like, oh, I have gone. Okay. So let me just check this file that ChatGPT has done. So give me 1 second. Okay. I mean, that seems to work. That is pretty good. So yeah, still a lot of work required. It can't be fully hands-off because sometimes it's making mistakes, unfortunately. But we're going to see what happens. That's it. Have a great rest of the day. We'll catch up tomorrow, and we come back with more bonus optimization and basically making this better. All right, take it easy.